Warren Buffett holds the fifth position among the richest people in the world with a fortune exceeding $100 billion. Above him are Larry Ellison, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, and Bernard Arnault. Despite his enormous wealth, Buffett leads a very modest lifestyle. This is noteworthy because one might expect someone with over $100 billion in their bank account to be surrounded by luxury, living in a grand mansion, and driving expensive cars. However, Warren Buffett chooses to live in a house he bought for $31,000 in 1958, drive an ordinary car instead of a private jet, and enjoy simple hobbies like playing bridge instead of hosting lavish parties. But why would someone so wealthy choose to live such a simple life? The answer lies in the habits that Buffett has maintained over the years. From a young age, he had an entrepreneurial spirit, selling newspapers and other products door to door. This business mindset allowed him to generate income from a very young age, preparing himself for the future. Warren Buffett is the chairman of Berkshire Hathaway, a company that invests in other companies across various industries such as technology, railroads, energy, food, real estate, and real estate services. Among the various investments made by Berkshire Hathaway, more than 50% are in Apple, 8.5% in Bank of America, 7.6% in American Express, and 6.9% in Coca-Cola. The remainder is invested in many other companies. By February 2024, the market value of Berkshire Hathaway had surpassed $860 billion. Warren Buffett's empire was not built overnight, but is the result of hard work, dedication, and most importantly, good habits. Therefore, it's important to understand that our daily actions can have a significant impact on our finances in the long term. Let's look at the habits that Warren Buffett has maintained all these years and try to incorporate them into our lives. The first habit is to spend wisely. It may sound simple, but the reality is that many of us have no idea how to manage our money. No matter how much people in a country know about personal finance, most don't know how to manage their earnings. It's estimated that Americans lose, on average, around $300,000 over their lifetime due to a lack of significant financial education. All of this could be avoided if people had better financial education. Warren Buffett occupies the fifth position among the richest people in the world, with a fortune exceeding $100 billion. Above him are Larry Ellison, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, and Bernard Arnault. Most of us imagine that someone with this amount of money would lead a lifestyle filled with luxuries, living in a gigantic mansion, surrounded by sports cars and private jets. However, Buffett is living proof that wealth and ostentation don't always go hand in hand. He chooses to live simply in a house he bought for $31,000 in 1958, long before his fortune reached the astronomical figures we know today. This house is not just a symbol of his humility, but also concrete proof that true financial success doesn't lie in how much money one has, but in how it is used. Buffett also drives an ordinary car, and instead of spending his time and money on extravagant parties, he prefers simple activities like playing bridge. This may seem surprising, but it is a direct reflection of his values and principles, which prioritize longevity and financial wisdom over the display of wealth. But why would someone so wealthy choose to lead such a simple life? The answer lies in the habits that Buffett developed and maintained throughout his life. From a young age, he already demonstrated an entrepreneurial spirit. By selling newspapers and other products door to door, he not only earned money, but also acquired valuable skills in negotiation and persistence. This spirit was essential for him to understand the value of hard work and financial discipline from an early age. Over time, these qualities solidified and allowed Buffett to build Berkshire Hathaway, one of the largest companies in the world. Through Berkshire, Buffett invests in companies across various industries, including technology, railroads, energy, food, real estate, and real estate services. Among the company's most notable investments, more than 50% of the portfolio is in Apple, one of the most valuable companies in the world. Other significant investments include 8.5% in Bank of America, 7.6% in American Express, and 6.9% in Coca-Cola. The market value of Berkshire Hathaway surpassed $860 billion in February 2024, consolidating the empire that Buffett built. However, it's important to understand that Buffett's success didn't come overnight. It's the result of many years of effort, dedication, and most importantly, solid and well-defined financial habits. This teaches us that the way we handle our finances daily has a profound impact on our financial future. One of the most important habits we can learn from Warren Buffett is to spend wisely. It may seem simple, but the reality is that many of us struggle to manage our money. It doesn't matter the income level or how much one earns. What truly makes a difference is how that money is spent and saved. In many countries, including the United States, the lack of financial education leads to significant losses over a lifetime. It's estimated that Americans lose, on average, around $300,000 over their lives due to inadequate financial knowledge. Imagine what could be done with that amount if people knew how to manage their money better. Investments, savings, and even small luxuries could be achieved if there were a better understanding of personal finance. As we reflect on Warren Buffett's habits, we should consider how we can apply these principles in our own lives. Spending wisely, investing in financial knowledge, and adopting a long-term mindset are fundamental steps to building a solid financial future. Warren Buffett repeatedly emphasizes, stop spending money you haven't earned yet. Warren Buffett often highlights a common mistake people make. They tend to think about how to spend money they haven't even earned yet. We frequently find ourselves planning future purchases or considering loans to acquire goods before we actually have the money in hand. This behavior can lead to hasty financial decisions and a constant pressure to earn more, trapping us in an endless cycle of working to pay off debts. According to Buffett, the key is to change the way we think about our spending. Think in terms of time, not just price. A practical approach suggested by Buffett is to consider the time, not just the price, when making a purchase. For instance, instead of focusing solely on the cost of an item, calculate how much work time it will take to earn the money needed to buy it. Let's say you're considering buying a new smartphone that costs $1,000. If your monthly salary is $2,000 and you can save only 10% of that amount, it means you would need 5 months of savings to afford the phone. Looking at it from this angle, the value of the time invested becomes clearer, and you might reconsider whether it's really worth spending that much time's worth of work on a single item. Now, let's take a more significant example. Buying a car. Imagine you're interested in a car that costs $50,000. If you can save about 5% of your salary each month, it would take you nearly 21 years to save the total cost of the car. Think about that. 21 years of hard work, saving consistently just to buy a single asset. The question now is, are we really willing to dedicate such a large part of our lives just to own this car? This kind of reflection helps us understand the true cost of things and appreciate the value of our work. Plan your income and expenses. Additionally, it's crucial to plan all your income and expenses. No matter how much you earn, creating and strictly following a budget is essential for financial success. A budget works like a map, guiding you toward your financial goals and helping you avoid common pitfalls like impulsive spending or accumulating debt. Even if your income is modest, knowing exactly where your money is going can make all the difference between achieving your financial goals or being stuck in a cycle of stagnation. Make your money work for you. The Second habit that Warren Buffett emphasizes is the importance of making your money work for you. As he puts it, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. At first glance, this statement may seem confusing, but the concept is quite simple and powerful. Buffett is referring to the need to have your money generate income for you instead of just working to earn money. Let's clarify. In a typical 8-hour workday, you exchange your time and effort for a salary. This means your income is directly tied to the number of hours you work. But the real secret to financial independence is finding ways to generate passive income. In other words, earning money without the need for continuous time and effort. For example, investing in shares of solid companies can allow you to receive regular dividends even without doing anything. Another example is investing in real estate that generates rental income. Imagine owning a property that pays you $1,000 a month in rent, whether you're sleeping, traveling, or spending time with your family. That money keeps flowing into your account. This is what Buffett means by making your money work for you. The more you can do this, the closer you'll be to achieving your financial goals, such as retirement, buying a house, or funding your children's education. Focus on long-term financial security. The ultimate goal is that, over time, you can rely less on your daily work to cover your expenses and more on the income generated by your investments. This not only provides financial security, but also the freedom to choose how you want to spend your time, whether it's working for pleasure, dedicating yourself to a hobby, or spending more time with loved ones. Reflecting on these habits shows us that the secret to financial success doesn't lie in making a fortune all at once, but in how we manage and invest what we earn over time. Small changes in financial behavior can have a significant long-term impact, and that's exactly what Warren Buffett teaches us. By adopting these practices, you not only improve your financial situation, but also move towards a more balanced and fulfilling life. Invest wisely. Don't let money sit idle. Instead of letting money sit in the bank or a savings account, which typically offers very low returns, Warren Buffett teaches us to invest our money wisely. Rather than simply storing money in a place where it doesn't grow, it's crucial to put it to work in investments that offer significant returns, such as stocks. Stocks represent a fraction of ownership in a company listed on the stock exchange. When you buy stocks, you essentially become a small owner of the company. If the company appreciates over time, the value of your shares also increases, and you can achieve considerable gains. A clear example of this strategy is investing in Apple stocks. In February 2019, Apple shares were priced at around $42. Over the years, the company has consistently grown and innovated, with its shares rising by more than 340%, surpassing $180 in 2024. To illustrate the impact of this growth, imagine that you invested $1,000 in Apple shares 5 years ago. With a more than 340% increase, that investment would now be worth over $4,400. This shows that by investing wisely, your money can grow exponentially. Instead of leaving money idle, you begin to see significant returns, turning a modest initial amount into a much larger sum over time. Not a bad idea, right? That's the power of making your money work hard for you. In addition to stocks, there are other investments to consider, such as real estate or investment funds. Real estate, for instance, can generate passive income through rentals, and its appreciation can provide additional long-term gains. Investment funds, on the other hand, allow you to diversify your portfolio with less risk as they invest in a variety of assets. The key is to research and choose investments that align with your financial goals and risk tolerance. Warren Buffett's third habit is working in unusual conditions. At first, this may seem a bit strange, but Buffett himself is known for analyzing the financial market while eating a hamburger at McDonald's rather than being in a traditional office. This behavior reveals an important lesson. Flexibility and perspective can be extremely valuable. Buffett believes that by changing the environment or the way we approach a problem, we can find new solutions and insights. This idea of working in different conditions to gain a new perspective is not new. A historical example is Albert Einstein, who in 1905 had an extremely productive year, known as his miracle year. During this time, Einstein published 4 scientific papers that revolutionized modern physics. Interestingly, he wrote these papers while working in a patent office in Switzerland, an environment that seemed quite unusual for a theoretical physicist. This seemingly simple environment allowed him to approach scientific problems in an innovative and creative way, ultimately changing the course of science forever. The lesson here is that sometimes changing the setting or the way we approach a problem can lead to valuable discoveries. We don't need to be confined to a conventional environment or method to succeed. Creativity and innovation can emerge from unusual situations, and keeping an open mind can help us find solutions that might otherwise remain invisible. These habits and approaches taught by Warren Buffett not only help us improve our financial situation, but also expand our way of thinking about work and success. By investing wisely and considering new perspectives, we can transform our financial future and achieve our goals more efficiently and creatively. So, as we reflect on these principles, remember that financial success is often a combination of good practices, strategic vision, and the ability to think outside the box. The central idea Warren Buffett shares is that if you follow the same path as everyone else, you'll end up thinking and acting like them. This means that to discover something truly new or different, it's essential to adopt a curious and unique approach. Imagine you're in a giant library full of books. If you only read the same books as everyone else, you'll end up discovering the same things. But if you venture out to explore lesser-known sections and even some rare books, you might find information that others have never seen. Buffett applies this logic to the world of finance, encouraging people to seek out unusual sources of information and study areas that few explore. Another crucial habit that Buffett values is protecting your money. He states that the first rule is don't lose money, and the second is don't forget rule number 1. This may seem like a simple recommendation, but it's fundamental. In practical terms, this means that the priority should always be to ensure your capital is secure. For example, imagine you're saving money to buy a new car. Instead of investing that money in a company stock that is on the rise, but very risky, it's more prudent to keep it in a safe savings account. The goal is for your money to remain protected and continue generating returns, even if it's not an exorbitant amount. Buffett reminds us that, although this recommendation may seem obvious, it's easy to be seduced by emotion or the promise of quick gains. Many people end up making impulsive and risky financial decisions, such as investing everything in a quick money scheme, which can lead to significant losses. Buffett, with his vast experience, has strictly followed this rule. He chooses investments known for their safety and avoids financial moves that are speculative and risky. The fifth habit Buffett emphasizes is the importance of maintaining a cash reserve. Having a sum of money available instead of being fully invested serves as a financial safety net, especially in times of uncertainty or economic crisis. Imagine you're a business owner and suddenly an incredible opportunity arises to buy new equipment or expand your business, but the market is going through a tough phase. If you have a cash reserve, you can seize this opportunity without needing to seek loans or invest in something high risk. Buffett compares cash for a business to oxygen for an individual. It's essential for survival and for taking advantage of opportunities when they arise. Moreover, maintaining a cash reserve allows you to remain flexible and agile. For example, if you're planning a big trip or an important project, having a cash reserve prevents you from having to compromise other investments or wait for financing. Having this financial flexibility can make a big difference in critical moments, allowing you to make decisions more quickly and efficiently. For example, during the 2008 financial crisis, many companies faced problems due to a lack of liquidity, meaning a shortage of cash. However, Berkshire Hathaway, led by Warren Buffett, was able to navigate the crisis more stably due to its substantial cash reserves, which allowed it to take advantage of unique investment opportunities, such as buying stocks after a significant price drop, which often occurs when companies are struggling to survive. In fact, in 2000, the media mentioned that Buffett was accumulating cash because he anticipated an economic storm was coming. The sixth habit is paying attention to small expenses. It is these expenses that over time have the most significant impact on our finances, especially when our personal economy is not at its best. Things like buying coffee at a cafe every day instead of making it at home, or paying for monthly streaming service subscriptions that we rarely use can go unnoticed, but in the long run, they add up to a substantial amount of money. Over the years, these small expenses can represent a significant sum that we could have saved or used more productively. Additionally, using discount coupons when buying food, clothes, or electronics can mean significant savings over time. A case reflecting billionaires' attention to small expenses occurred in China when Warren Buffett and Bill Gates decided to eat at a local McDonald's. Buffett insisted on paying the bill and, to everyone's surprise, used discount coupons he had brought from the United States to pay for the meal and save a bit of money. The seventh and final habit that Warren Buffett emphasizes is the importance of thinking long-term. In a world where instant gratification is the norm and many dream of making money quickly, Buffett teaches that this approach can be a significant financial mistake. The desire for quick results can lead to impulsive and risky decisions. Instead, Buffett advocates that patience and discipline are essential for investment success. To illustrate, think of cultivating a garden. If you plant a tree, you know it won't grow and bear fruit overnight. It will require time and continuous care until you can reap the fruits of your labor. Similarly, in investing, trying to speed up the process of growing your money is futile. Buffett compares this idea to having a baby. You can't rush the birth of a baby by impregnating multiple women at the same time. Each process has its natural rhythm and requires time to develop properly. If you are accumulating money for important goals, such as your children's education or your retirement, it is crucial to have a long-term perspective. For example, if you want to ensure that your children can attend university, starting to save and invest early, even in small amounts, can make a big difference in the future. The consistency and gradual growth of your investments can eventually provide the financial security needed to achieve these goals. In addition to adopting new financial habits, Buffett emphasizes the need to abandon harmful practices that can hinder wealth building. Many people end up wasting money on unnecessary and frivolous expenses, such as impulsive purchases or subscriptions to services they don't use. These unplanned expenses can drain your finances and make it difficult to achieve long-term financial goals. A simple example would be spending money constantly on eating out or coffee when, in fact, these expenses could be reduced and the saved money could be invested. Another example is purchasing luxury items that are not truly necessary, like brand name clothes or expensive gadgets. These habits may seem harmless in the short term, but over time, they can add up to a significant amount that could be used more productively. Buffett believes that by better managing your finances and avoiding these common mistakes, you can transform your financial situation and work towards a more prosperous life. Identifying and correcting these errors is a crucial step in achieving the desired financial stability. Pay attention to your spending habits and make adjustments when necessary. Remember that a more mindful and strategic financial approach can lead to a more secure and satisfying future. Following Warren Buffett's principles, protecting your capital, avoiding losses, maintaining a cash reserve, and thinking long-term may be the key to building and maintaining your wealth. Adopting these habits and avoiding common financial mistakes can not only improve your financial situation, but also help you achieve your goals and live a more fulfilling life. The first mistake many people make is neglecting personal development. Warren Buffett often emphasizes that the best investment you can make is in yourself. Investing in your education and improving your skills can bring significant returns in the future. This is because companies are always looking for people who already possess valuable knowledge and skills, rather than investing time and resources to teach everything from scratch. They prefer to hire someone who already knows what to do and often are willing to pay a premium for that knowledge. For example, imagine you are seeking a job at a technology company. If you have advanced programming skills and a solid understanding of how IT systems work, you stand out from other candidates who only have basic knowledge. This not only increases your chances of being hired, but can also lead to higher salary offers and better career advancement opportunities. In addition, having a good knowledge base is essential if you wish to venture into entrepreneurship and start your own business. Suppose you want to open a coffee shop. If you have a thorough understanding of the food and beverage sector, know the consumption trends, and understand how to manage a cafe, you will have a considerable advantage over those who are starting without this knowledge. You will be able to make more informed decisions, such as choosing the right suppliers, setting competitive prices, and creating a pleasant environment for customers. Having a solid knowledge base allows you to identify opportunities that others may not see. For example, if you're a personal finance expert, you might notice emerging trends in the investment market that other investors do not see. This can lead to more accurate financial decisions and identify promising investments before they become widely known. Furthermore, when you are well informed about your field, it generates more confidence in clients, suppliers, and potential investors. Imagine you are trying to convince an investor to fund your new project. If you demonstrate a deep understanding of the market, its needs, and strategies to achieve your goals, the investor will be more confident in investing in you. Similarly, your clients and suppliers will recognize your professionalism and expertise, which can lead to more successful and long-lasting business relationships. An old saying goes, knowledge is power, and this truly applies in the world of business and finance. Knowledge not only boosts your confidence, but can also make the difference between someone who is successful and someone who struggles to achieve their goals. Investing in your education and personal development is not just about acquiring more skills. It is a way to prepare for a more promising future full of opportunities. Instead of spending time and resources on activities that do not contribute to your personal and professional growth, focus on learning and continuously improving yourself. This can be done through courses, reading relevant books, attending workshops, or even learning from practical experience. Remember, the knowledge you acquire today may be what sets you apart in the job market or in the business world tomorrow. The second common financial mistake is the indiscriminate use of credit cards. Many people view credit cards as a magical solution for a lack of money, especially when they want to buy something and do not have the full amount available at the moment. The idea of taking a product home immediately, even without the money in hand, can seem appealing. However, Warren Buffett considers this behavior a significant financial mistake. When you use a credit card, you are essentially borrowing money from the bank. At the end of each month, you receive a statement showing the total amount you owe before a due date. The problem is that if you do not pay the full amount by the due date, you will start accruing interest on the unpaid amount. These interest rates can be quite high, and the debt can quickly grow beyond the original purchase amount. For example, imagine you use your credit card to buy a $2,000 television. If you do not pay the full statement and leave part of the amount outstanding, the bank will start charging interest on that amount. Suppose the interest rate is 10% per month. This means that in the following month, in addition to the original debt amount, you will have to pay an additional 10% in interest, which can turn your $2,000 debt into something much more expensive over time. The problem worsens if you continue to accumulate debt and cannot pay the full balance. In 2023, the website David.com, which provides debt consulting services, interviewed over 1,000 Americans and found that nearly 30.4% of respondents felt stressed after using credit cards. This stress is often caused by the worry about the ability to repay the debt and the fear that the accumulated interest will increase the debt to unsustainable levels. Buffett advises that instead of overspending on items and experiences that provide momentary pleasure, such as trips with friends or impulsive purchases, you should direct that money toward more productive investments, such as your education. Investing in your education can provide much more significant and lasting returns in the future. For example, using the money you save by avoiding unnecessary expenses to take a professional qualification course can open doors to better job opportunities and salary increases. Another important aspect is that by avoiding excessive use of credit cards and managing your finances more responsibly, you reduce the risk of falling into a cycle of debt and stress. By creating a budget and tracking your expenses, you can avoid unpleasant surprises and keep your finances under control. Additionally, maintaining a positive balance and paying your bills on time contributes to a good credit score, which can be beneficial for obtaining better terms on future loans. Following Warren Buffett's advice and using credit cards cautiously is an effective way to protect your financial health and avoid problems related to debt and stress. Instead of viewing credit cards as a quick fix, treat them as a tool to be used wisely, ensuring you don't compromise your long-term financial security. The third mistake many people make, which can hinder wealth accumulation, is the relentless pursuit of the latest technology. Whether it's a smartphone, computer, television, or tablet, there seems to be constant pressure to have the latest model. New devices are frequently released, and modern marketing often appeals to our desire to always be on the cutting edge of technology, creating a sense that we need the newest and most advanced. For example, imagine you just bought a new smartphone less than a year ago. The technology of that device is still very good, but suddenly a new model is released with a slightly better camera and a thinner screen. The temptation to upgrade to the latest model can be strong, especially with marketing campaigns highlighting the improvements and advantages of the new device. However, if your current smartphone still meets your needs and works well, there is no real need to spend money on a new one. Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world, is known for his practical and economical approach to technology. In February 2020, he made headlines by swapping his old 2010 Samsung phone for an iPhone. What is notable is that even with his vast wealth, Buffett chose to keep the technology that already worked for him and only made the change when he felt there was a significant improvement over his previous device. He exemplifies how the constant quest for cutting-edge technology is not necessary, especially when what you already have meets your needs efficiently. The key point here is to reflect on the true value and utility of technological upgrades. Often, new devices do not offer significant improvements over what we already have. For example, if you are using a computer that still performs well for your daily tasks, such as browsing the internet, working, and watching videos, it does not make sense to spend a fortune on a new model that only offers a few minor updates. Instead of succumbing to marketing temptations and spending money on technology you don't really need, consider redirecting those resources to more productive investments. This can include savings, investing in stocks, or even opportunities for personal development, such as courses and training that can offer long-term returns. Adopting a more mindful approach to technological purchases can help preserve your money and direct it towards areas that truly contribute to your growth and financial success. Carefully evaluate your needs and make purchases based on the real value that products offer, rather than being driven by the desire to always stay updated with the latest trends. Additionally, by avoiding excessive purchases of new gadgets, you can reduce environmental impact and save money, contributing to a more sustainable and economical approach. The next time you face the temptation to acquire the latest technology model, pause and evaluate whether you really need that upgrade. Often, what you already have can continue to serve you well, allowing you to use your money more intelligently and efficiently. The fourth mistake is spending money on bars and restaurants. Socializing is important. Connecting with friends and loved ones provides emotional support and helps us grow as individuals. We gain a lot from going out to eat with friends or having fun together. A good meal and interesting conversations really make us happy. It's something inherent to being human. However, it's quite common for people, especially those with less money, to spend excessively on dining and drinking out. If you want to get rich, you need to set aside these luxuries, at least initially. Of course, we all need to socialize and have fun, but you can do this more economically, such as inviting friends to your home. There's no problem with skipping those expensive places. Your emotional well-being won't suffer, but you'll have more money in your wallet. The fifth mistake people make, according to Warren Buffett, is wasting money on clothes. One of the most frequently asked questions on the internet is, why do rich people always wear the same clothes every day? Many believe it's for simplicity and convenience, meaning that wearing the same clothes provides them with more security, freeing them from social pressure and avoiding being influenced by fashion trends, thus preventing overspending. Whether it's Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, or most wealthy individuals, they prefer simple and basic clothing. Forget about famous and expensive brands. Sometimes you pay a lot just for the logo, but in reality, it's just a piece of fabric. There are many options in stores that are just as good or even better. You don't need expensive brands to look good. The important thing is to feel comfortable and confident in what you're wearing. The sixth mistake that keeps us from wealth is gambling. Many people see gambling as a quick way to make easy money. They think they can put some chips on a poker table or a slot machine and walk away with their pockets full. But what Buffett teaches us is that gambling is not a reliable strategy for getting rich. We must understand the odds and statistics behind gambling. In casinos, the odds always favor the house, which means that over time, most people end up losing more than they win. Although it's hard to believe, governments make deals with casinos to determine the minimum payout percentage that slot machines must have. For example, a regulation in Nevada, USA, requires that a casino have a theoretical payout of at least 75%. This means that for every dollar wagered, a player can expect 0.75 on average. Thus, the casino keeps the remaining 25%, and the player, in the long run, never recovers their money. Instead of betting on luck, Buffett encourages us to make smart financial decisions that will benefit us in the future. What can we learn from Buffett in terms of financial habits? We can learn that it's crucial to educate ourselves and understand how money works. It's not just about earning it, but also about knowing what to do with it. Additionally, Patience and discipline are key if we want to achieve good economic standing in the long run. The financial habits we adopt play an important role in our lives. Following Buffett's example and having solid habits is essential if you wish to achieve financial freedom. Buffett once said, "The chains of habit are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to be broken." In other words, the small decisions we make daily, such as saving, investing, or spending, can accumulate and have a significant impact on our financial situation in the long term. Once they become routine, it's something that costs us nothing to do. But if we don't take care of our financial habits from the beginning, it will be hard to change course later, and it might be too late. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, it would help us a lot if you left a comment, as the YouTube algorithm values this greatly, and thus recommends our videos to more people. Leave a like and turn on the notification bell to receive an alert when we post our next video. Until then, take care.